Welcome to the Clarksville Now candidate forums for School Board District 6. With me are candidates Bernard Carter Jr. and Chris Lanier. We're going to talk about their qualifications and talk about some of the issues in the race. So let's get started. Mr. Carter, tell us about your qualifications to serve on the school board.
Well, I think what qualifies me most is my willingness to do the work. I'm willing to put the time, the effort, and the energy into serving our community and the residents of District 6. I have years of experience in conflict resolution. My daughter is a Clarksville, Montgomery County school teacher. I have a grandson that attends public school here in Clarksville. I'm an ordained deacon, so I have a genuine concern for people. And I just think I have a vested interest in making sure our public schools are successful.
Right. Mr. Lanier, about your qualifications?
My family's been in the school system for a long time. My mother was an admin for 40 years. My wife's a teacher of 25 years now. And I have two children in the school system. And I have been to the school board meetings. I have kept up with the topics. I believe there's a lot of things that are coming that we need to really have a strong voice for. Let's see. I've been a volunteer of the school system for 20 plus years. But yeah, I just appreciate the citizens, allowing us to run and y'all having the thing. We just need good parent support in the school system and good representation for the students and the teachers.
All right. So let's talk about some of the issues that are in the race. And we'll sort of mix things up. Chris, we'll go to you first. With Clarksville's growth, CMCSS has struggled to keep up. What do you think is the best way to address overcrowding in our schools?
Well, I think the first thing, I think schools should be built pad ready, just like you build any industry, that we're ready to expand at a given moment's notice and to not interrupt schools. We never can anticipate the growth across our district as good as the planning commission and everybody tries to do. If a neighborhood goes over here and adds 300 houses, they need to be able to expand. If we had schools that were 2 levels and pad ready, they could expand a wing, say they needed 16 more classrooms. They could do that without affecting the current staff. Not building everything right up to a school so it's ready to go. I think things like that. I don't like portables. Some of the schools in the district have just massive amounts of portables, and they're more counteractive than they are proactive. So I think we need to be a little more proactive in the front end and understand where some of these neighborhoods might end up going. So we're ready to do with those then.
Bernard, how about you on overcrowding schools?
While we welcome the growth here in Clarksville, we have to consider the impact it has on our infrastructure and overcrowding, particularly in our schools. When I was in the military, we have a saying that we refer to as the 5 Ps, and it goes: proper planning prevents poor performance. So I think planning is the key here. I think we have to, if we expect to get about 670 new students every school year, so we have to continue to build. We have to continue to seek funding for the new construction. We have to get elected officials involved in the planning process. I know a lot of people don't like to hear the word rezoning, but that may be necessary in some cases to move students from high growth areas into low growth areas. So overcrowded is an issue that we need to stay ahead of.
All right. Next topic, and we'll start with you, Mr. Carter, this time. In recent years, we've seen nationwide and local shortages in teachers and bus drivers. What do you see as the best solution for that in our school system?
Well, after speaking with several bus drivers, I can think of a few solutions. One would be to make sure they guarantee them a 40-hour work week. Another solution would be to make sure that they have bus monitors on every route. If bus monitors are present, then that will allow our bus drivers to concentrate on the task of getting our kids to school safely. while the bus monitors could manage student behaviors, student conduct. As far as our teachers go, we have to pay them. We have to compensate them. A lot of these teachers have families that they have to support, so they need to be paid. The Clarksville Montgomery County School System has an excellent program. It's called the Teacher Residency Program, and what it does is it partners with Lipscomb University, Nashville State Community College, and Austin Peay, and they offer certification to new teachers. So that program is, I love it. I think it brings, it makes the teaching career more attractive to our high school students and college students.
All right. Mr. Lanier, how about you on teacher shortages and bus driver shortages?
Well, in one of the recent studies they had at the school board, from 2018 to now, there's been a higher dropout, or basically, people quitting from the school system, really on both sides, mostly teachers. But I think they're going to fix some of that pay problem when the new budget comes out. If they approve that, then in the last 24 months, they would have had a total of a 22.5% raise. When that happens, they're trying to get the lowest starting teacher in at a $50,000 pay. They're doing the same thing for bus drivers. They're trying to get monitors on buses, but the biggest thing, they're trying to raise the pay rate. So I think that's the one thing they had, because they have like an exit interview, or like an anonymous deal, and that was one of the big things. The other was home life balance. So they're trying to work on those. So we do have some things coming that I think are probably going to help fix some of the stuff we've already been concerned with. At the same time, we can keep pushing for more of those support deals. We need to support teachers. I think at the beginning of the year, we need to give teachers a stipend to support their classroom. I know my wife comes out of pocket every year for her expenses, and that's just another little bonus or something they should do for those, or they used to go down to Greenwood Avenue and kind of do like a pickup deal, so they could go through and pick out supplies and stuff like that. But stuff like that to try to keep our teachers from having to pull out of their own pocketbooks to support the students. It's a great thing to support them.
Thank you. Mr. Carter, school boards are now responsible for approving and giving some oversight to charter schools. How do you feel about charter schools and their implementation?
Well, I'm always willing to listen to new proposals for charter schools. However, I have not been an advocate for charter schools. Over 81% of our students in the United States attend traditional public schools. So I think that public funding should go towards public schools. Our public schools offer the same learning opportunities as our charter schools. And charter schools, they tend to target certain demographics. They tend to lean toward students with special gifts, and they often fail our students with special needs. So there's really no accountability. So I tend to lean toward what's best for the majority of the students.
Okay. Mr. Lanier, how about you on charter schools and their implementation?
Well, charter schools and private schools are a different thing. Charter schools are under the umbrella of CCMS and SS, but with private schools, I understand that you can have, a choice of student base. But at the same time, I think that no charter school has been approved in our district. I think they could be if they came and had the right plan. I still think that we could have a charter school that went to, say, the high-functioning children that, I think we've got some really smart ones in the district that really aren't being challenged. And when they're in a classroom of their peers that, they're just a little more high-functioning than others. I know when I was in school, we had kids that were 3 or 4 years, ahead in classes. I'm not sure how much that happens now. I know we had pass when I was in school, and if it was done right, I think we could have charter schools. I mean, it's still a privately funded. Parents still have to fit the bill for those.
All right. So closing comments, Mr. Bernard Carter, up to 2 minutes on any closing thoughts.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to reach out to the citizens of Clarksville, the community. Again, my name is Bernard Carter. I'm running for the school board, District 6. I care about our students, I care about our teachers, and I care about public schools. I'm basing my campaign on 3 fundamental ideas. I want to keep our schools safe. We have to create safe learning environments for our children. 2, I want to advocate for our teachers. We got to recruit great teachers. We got to recruit and keep great teachers. That may mean paying them more. And I think what a lot of our teachers want to do, they would love to have better relationships with the parents. And I think that would keep a lot of teachers. And lastly, I would like to be an advocate for the community. I want to get community involvement, especially District 6. I want to make sure your voice is heard. So look for me on August 1st.
Again, my name's Chris Lanier. I'm running for School Board District 6. Again, like you said, I appreciate y'all's time and y'all setting this up. I believe that the school system needs good parent representation. I believe that students, teachers, admin, all across the board, even classified employees need support. And I appreciate everyone that's come out and helped so far, and we look forward to August 1st and what those will bring.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for stepping up as leaders in our community and for talking about these issues and helping people understand these issues. And please be sure to vote on August 1st in the school board election.